Ian, that was some way to finish up and round off the home league season. And of course, we hope we're back for the playoffs as well. But talk me through your thoughts on that game.
Brilliant game from us. Full control. Play against a decent side. Like they really try and play. I like the way they try and do it. They get the ball down and pass it, so they can cause you problems. But I just thought we had total control. Like we dominate the ball. We create chances first half. We hit the bar a couple of times. Maybe can pull the trigger a little bit earlier. Second half, thought we were excellent. We just turned the score. Of course, it helps scoring so early, but we didn't sit back after we went 1-0. We just continued to press and thought we were well worth the win.
Talk me through the biggest difference between all of that possession, all of that control, and those chances in the first half, but without a goal, and then the second half, particularly after you got that first goal. What's the biggest difference in the way you play?
I think we just finished the chances. We get behind them a little bit more. We talked about maybe putting a couple more crosses in when we get into those positions. Sometimes you're a little bit reluctant to do it, just to challenge their back line. But I thought Brindley coming back, hasn't played for a few weeks. You see what he gives us, the way he steps in. We play against a team that they sat back quite a lot, but then Brindley steps into the game and the whole pictures open up. So I think you can say that we play with Brins and Chicks today, and I knew that we'd play against a low defence, and the quality they have with the ball just meant that it was easier to build up.
The league table would suggest this, and I think the way that they play, and what you said a minute ago, Altrincham are probably the best team out of all of the teams that Notts have got in this run-in of the last 6 or 7 games, and to me that looked like the best performance. How much confidence do you take from the fact that against one of the better teams it brings out more in your players?
I think it has done all season. I think some of our best performances have been against the top teams. We've sometimes found it hard or underperformed or become frustrated with teams that just deny space and come for a draw. I don't think Altrincham came for a draw. They tried to attack, which meant that there was a bit more space for us. I think we operate well in that.
That all but, because Grimsby lost today, a bit of goal difference in there and things like that, and they've got a game in hand, but it all but sews up a home quarter-final tie, likely against Grimsby. How important is it that you get that game at home, given the record this season?
Yeah, we said, actually we referenced it, very rarely do I look at other results or league table, but at half time I said to the players, Grimsby are behind, Chesterfield obviously lost, so a win today more or less will bring us back here again, and we want to play here, so we needed that little bit of extra pressure in the second half just to step up, and I thought the players, that just gave them that little incentive in the second half to just turn the screw.
You could have had a second penalty, couldn't you?
Yeah, I
hold a shot all over again.
Yeah, maybe it looked like that, and I thought even Chicks in the first half was maybe as well. But I'll take 1 and 3 goals. You know, I think we've hit 80 goals now. I think it's a goal in every game at home in the league this season. So I think we've been good value here at Meadow Lane. I really do. I think we've put on some great displays, and I thought the crowd were excellent. And they all stayed behind to show their appreciation, and we're grateful for that.
We'll come to that in just a moment. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that you've scored in every single home game this season. It's not something that should be overlooked, that.
No, it's not easy. You know, teams come here and they defend and they don't want to get beat. And I think to be able to score a goal in every single game is quite an achievement. And you know, when we set out, we said we wanted to attack. I said at the start of the season I had a target, and I thought we could score in excess of 80 goals. I think we're there now. That's no mean feat. We're almost 2 goals per game across the season, so we've attacked games, we've created lots and lots of chances, could even have more goals, and defensively of course there's things to work on, but that comes with the territory of being attack minded.
Kyle Wootton gets on the score sheet, as does Carl Roberts, as does Ruben Rodriguez. There aren't many times in the season where all 3 of them score at the same time, but talking about the return from each of them over the season, I think that was 22 for Kyle, 21 for Ruben, 15 for Cal. If you'd have been offered that at the start of the season? Yeah,
I know, and I know that there was a lot of thought about we need another striker. We had that a lot, but the fact that we've netted 80 goals and those lads have returned the volume that they have says that, you know, that I think they've performed outstandingly well. We've created a lot of chances, so brilliant return from all 3, and I thought all 3 were excellent today.
There seemed to be an awful lot of appreciation on that lap of appreciation at the end. I've seen a few in my time, but everybody stayed pretty much, and there was a real outpouring of appreciation.
Yeah, I think, you know, I came straight in last game. I was a little frustrated at the end, and when you asked me if I understood why, I said no, and that's why, because I know how good we've been this season at home, and I think the fans responded on that, and therefore they were brilliant today, all the way through, pushed us, even at 0-0 half-time, no frustration, just kept pushing, and you know, they're fantastic fans, and you could see that at the end. I think they're grateful for the football that we've played this season.
Still a game to go, of course, even though it felt like a real end-of-season vibe at the end there, but still a game to go at Maidenhead next weekend. How do you ensure that doesn't become a bit of a damp one into the playoffs, because it's nearly time now?
Yeah, we had that last season. We were pretty much secure where we were against Bromley, and we went and lost, and that was frustrating. We want to keep momentum, we want a good performance. Maidenhead have been no easy team at home. See, they're doing Grimsby today, but they've had some big scalps at home this season. So we know it's a difficult place to go. Of course, they'll want to try and spoil the party for us and make it difficult for us. So, but we need to use it now. We know we're in the playoffs. We've secured that. We just now have to use this as preparation for it.
Thanks for your time. Well done today.
Thank you.